It's 7:01. Let's rise to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's okay.
No, as long as you weren't singing it. Oh. Well, hey, thanks everyone for coming. Regarding the agenda, do we have any citizen participation? Topics that are on the agenda at this point? Yeah, do we have that on?
No, he would come under citizen participation at the end.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to hold that till the end, because it's not an agenda item, Frank. Okay, January 15th, we had an executive session here regarding personnel and also the issue of township finances. It was Supervisor Scholes, Supervisor Stahl, myself, Daisy as Secretary Treasurer, as Treasurer in that regard, Becky as our tax collector, John's wife Becky, and my wife Kathy, with her accounting background, because we understand that there was an analysis that went out as far as what the township's revenue versus what our expenses were going to be, and we're looking at a contract. So I understand that the initial analysis that went out started with the ratio of expenses to revenue being approximately 50%, and out till 2033 went to, I think it was 97% was the original, and that was rather eye-opening and caused a lot of alarm, and it didn't sound right to the numbers that we were the rest of the board were thinking. So that's why we got the accounting folks together to help us understand that. And when we tailored it back to numbers that I think we all agreed were more in line with what historically the township has had for expenses, and then also added some reasonable amount of increase in revenue, instead of going to from 50% out to 97%, it actually went from 50 to, I think it was 64% in 2033. And that was based on more historical tracking of the medical expenses, but it also had some increase in there for the tax, not real estate tax, earned income tax. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So again, but what it didn't take into account, now it still went to 64%, but there was no consideration for, at some point we're going to have some of our employees between now and 2033 retiring. So it only stands to reason that the salaries are going to drop back down and then start back up. So with that said, we have it on the agenda, right, to talk about the contract this evening.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what we want to do, because we haven't met with the employees yet, and the more we talk about it, is we really should be sitting down with our employees, because this is a back and forth. It's what are they looking for as the employees, and what are we prepared to provide as the township. So we're not going to discuss the contract this evening. We're going to meet again at an executive session here between now and the next supervisor meeting. But I also want to throw out that in April, Smith Elliott Curran, our auditing group, is going to be here and going to speak to the soundness of the township and what our trajectory is for expenses versus revenue. So, because again, we want the analysis that went out, I understand it caused a lot of heartache, and we don't think it was accurate. So that's where we're at. Quickly.
So I did a right to know for a lot of these different things, like a financial audit, fund balance, so that we, as the public, could see these numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But for a 30-day extension, which I know she's allowed. So I did ask if she could just give them to me before the meeting. She said she was unable. Like, why is that not transparent just on your website? A lot of the other municipalities local to us have those things available for people to see.
Well, one, I don't know that. Maybe I don't know that it is. Have we seen?
I've never
Marysville
seen fund
have it?
balances or employee agreements. I don't know.
Yeah.
Budgets, yes. I have
Budget,
seen,
yes.
yeah.
But some of the other items.
And if that's all you asked for, we had no trouble.
Okay, but I feel like, is there a reason why there's like no transparency at all?
Well, no, I think there's plenty of transparency, and again, that's why we got the board together with folks with the accounting knowledge to give us the sanity check on that, because it didn't.
Or I just have one other question.
Yeah.
So what we do, like, obviously Mrs. Laker's not gonna work probably till 2033, hopefully she'll want to retire at some point. So we'll have her, I'm guessing the current pensions, we'll have her pension, and then new hire people. Will the townships be able to afford to have full-time people and pensions?
Well, yes, we're gonna close on this, but if we don't have our own employees, we're still gonna have expenses of, somebody's gotta plow the snow, somebody's gotta do the road work, somebody's gotta do all that, so we're gonna have those expenses.
That's fine, but are we gonna be able to afford
Can I
to have?
explain that a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
On the pension that we have, we're with PMRS, Pennsylvania Municipal Retirement System. All of our money is invested. We are overfunded, and all of that money is invested. When somebody retires, they vest that. They're pulled out of the active pool of money, and all that money is calculated. They do it all over there. They calculate, okay, you're going to get $1,000 a month and they have more death tables, I don't know what mortuary tables or whatever you call them. And so say you retire when you're 65, they know approximately a female non-smoker is going to live this average of years. So they calculate how long they're going to need to pay that. That money is already in there. It will already be in there. There is no more expense for that person. And then when the new people come on, the board has changed, like a lot of businesses and other municipalities. Instead of defined benefit, which was the plan of the day when we started in 1996-97, we are now, all the new hires are in cash balance, which is more like a defined contribution plan. And it's not defined. Defined benefit, you will pay that benefit. And you'll just have to pay it. Defined contribution, it's funded by contributions. And it's mandatory that the employees, whoever they are, once they're here 90 days, they go into the pension plan, and it's a 3% contribution rate. And then the township also pays 3% into that. It's kind of similar to a 401k. It's very similar to that. So the pension plan will change. The people that are on our plans now, our cost for them is an administrative fee right now, which is $20 a year. And those monies are put back. They're already accounted for.
And that's all I'm trying to ask is this sustainable? I mean, there's not that many parcels of land available to divide out left in the valley to have expanded growth.
Okay, yeah, that's part of the analysis that we don't necessarily all stand behind. So if you want to come to the meeting with the accounting firm, then, they can answer your questions.
There's so many variables, really.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Somebody say. Yeah, hey, Kimmy. Yeah, it's when the auditors come and present.
Present the report for the 2020 audit.
Yeah, that's a public meeting, Kimmy. Anybody can come to that, and we hope everybody does. Okay. Okay, if I forget to do that, please, just remind me. Thanks, Cameron. Good point. Understood, sure. Okay, moving on to approval of the minutes of December 14th, 2020 Supervisors Meeting. Do we have a motion to approve those minutes?
I can make the motion.
John Stahl, second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you, John. January 4th, 2021 organization meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
I do have a comment
Mm-hmm.
on that, and that is on the citizen participation portion in page 6.
Page
6. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that part where it talks about before Chairman Sabo opened the floor, it goes into understood an Excel spreadsheet containing 10 plus years of revenue. That paragraph all the way down to the Board of Supervisors. So that's good down to the Board of Supervisors. That portion I think needs to be changed because it's one, wasn't what was said, and two, it isn't truly accurate because it says a supervisor provided documents and distributed to the entire township, which is not correct.
Jim, I had trouble hearing most of that.
Can you repeat that, John?
Sure. So on page 6, there's a section that it talks about Jim, what he said, and I'm against what it says there because it's not completely accurate. So it needs to, I think it needs to read, Chairman Saber understood there was information distributed, so this is the revised version. There was information distributed showing an issue between revenue and the contract expenses. He noted there is a discrepancy between the distributed numbers in the townships. And if we vote now, we will be doing it with insufficient information and disagreement within the board. And then continuing on at the bottom there, the Board of Supervisors will be meeting in the near future.
Okay,
So from the middle of line 3 to fourth line from the bottom.
About an Excel spreadsheet?
Yep. Yep. Well, I didn't send it to all residences of the township. That's what I'm saying. And it wasn't said that way either.
So are you saying simply change distributed to, it should be to some residents, John? Or I'm trying to get clarity from.
Well, here, I'll let you read what I had as a revision.
Okay.
That way they don't-
Thank you.
So you can see the crossed out section and then what I believe is more accurate of what was said.
Before Chairman Sabo opened the floor for citizen participation, he offered that the board was not discussing or taking any action on the proposed employee contract agreement tonight. Chairman Sabo understood, there was information distributed showing an issue between revenue and the contract expenses. He noted there is a discrepancy between the distributed numbers, that was the analysis that went out, and the townships. And if we vote now, we will be doing it with insufficient information and disagreement from the board. Okay? So what's that it wasn't distributed by a supervisor?
Yeah, I didn't send any mass email out to anyone. And all I did was provide it to a resident that asked me about it.
Did I say a supervisor did that?
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah,
Copy
yeah,
that.
she can have a copy
Yeah.
because I have it on my
I'm okay
computer.
with
Yeah, I had to give him my minutes.
Yeah.
So-
sorry.
I don't even know what you're looking at.
Yep,
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
just revising that one section to be more truthful of what was said. So otherwise, I'm okay with it. Otherwise, so that was the only comment I had.
John Stahl, any comment? Okay. Daisy, any issue with the accuracy? Sorry, go ahead.
The only thing I see is if it wasn't distributed by a supervisor to take that off. but-
Well, I think John's point, he didn't distribute the mass to all the residents. Right?
Mhm.
That's the point
But-
I want to make.
I
I
didn't
gave it
say,
to-
I said it was
I gave it to-
distributed to residents.
I only provided it to one that asked me about it.
Okay.
So
And I didn't think it went to all, I really didn't, so if I said that, that was not what I was inferring, but.
Okay.
As long as, I mean, that's up to you guys. That's
No,
fine.
I'm okay with it, that's what I want to make sure. Yeah,
Fine with
okay,
me.
okay. Okay, if she hangs on to this for the.
Yep.
Yeah, so, because you're gonna rev that. Okay, is that a motion otherwise?
Yep.
Okay,
I can make the motion.
You second?
I didn't hear the motion.
Oh,
What's
uh,
the word?
Oh, approval of the reorg meeting that we had, the minutes?
Yes.
Do you,
It's amended.
as amended?
As-
Yeah, John
Yeah.
made the motion, are you second?
I second it.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Minutes are approved. Moving on to subdivision land development, Joe Burgett, Whitetail Lodge, final land development plan. How's it going? All right, thanks for coming. You may, yeah.
Joe, before you start, I just want to make sure, is the date correct on the plans? Or are there more updated ones?
No, that is the latest revised date,
Okay.
12/13.
Okay,
Just make sure here's John. Yep, 12/13 is the latest.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's spin that around. I'm used to reading these things upside down. Okay, everybody know where the Whitetail Lodge is? Okay. This is Brubeck Circle coming up here, and this is Rich Wine Road off of 850. This is the main road driveway coming up in here, comes up and it makes a hard 90-degree corner, goes up into, this is the parking lot, comes up in, here's the lodge. What the Hammakers, the owners of Whitetail Lodge, would like to do, is they at this 90-degree corner, is they'd like to bring this driveway in here and build a residence for their permanent retirement home here. So we went and met with Lenny Sizer, did septic testing out there. We also submitted a land development plan to the township for the second dwelling on the lot. Anytime you have two uses on a lot, you have to do a land development plan. So what we did is we submitted this plan set to the planning commission. And this is a blow up of, this is the 90-degree corner. This is the driveway coming in here. The orange thing on, yellowish orange thing on this plan is the house. The septic area that we tested is over here. And right here. So we had a primary backup site for there. We handled the stormwater. The lot sort of comes in here and then it drops down into this hollow. The hollow down here that eventually drains down underneath 850. So we sort of have like three different stormwater facilities. There's a stone trench here that catches a little bit of the driveway here. There's a stone trench here that grabs another section of the driveway. And then since this drops off here, we have another stone pit for the roof drains and a berm for the runoff coming down into here. This is the driveway profile that we prepared, showing the grades coming in, nothing steeper than 4.62. There's a small section of 9% here. It's about 40 feet long. Then it comes up into the house. As I mentioned, this was submitted to the planning commission, to the county. We also got conservation district approval letter. The planning module sort of sitting here right now.
It's right here, and I need Jim to sign.
Yep, and then that'll go to DEP. So we do have there's some stormwater declarations that we had prepared, sent over to your attorney, Dan. Dan made some minor modifications that we all agreed to. We also added a note to the cover sheet that Dan asked us to do regarding the stormwater facilities and the owner's responsible for maintaining such on the lot. You saw that note, Dan?
Yeah.
You didn't see it?
No, they don't have
Which number is it?
It's a new cover sheet.
New cover sheet.
I'm sorry, John, I'm sorry, we did do that.
Okay.
Number 16 here. It is the lot owner's responsibility to construct, maintain, and inspect all stormwater facilities as shown on these plans. There shall be a maintenance agreement showing these responsibilities recorded with this plan set, which
Yes, okay,
Dan has has made some changes that we're okay with.
Okay.
Sorry, John, I forgot about that.
That's all right.
Okay, so, planning commission made a recommendation to approve the plan, with some conditions.
Yes, sir.
One was add a steep slopes plan, but that's clearly show the steep slopes.
That's a colorful thing here. Yeah, the red represents the really steep stuff. The blue represents the sort of the medium.
And question for that: does the county scan in color, record in color, or
They
not?
don't. So it'll actually come in different shades of color. What
Okay.
it's gonna end up in.
Okay. I just want to make sure that
It'll be like what dark?
a dark gray versus
gray
light gray,
versus
maybe.
light gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as that looks all right, that you can read through it.
Yeah.
That's important. Okay.
That does the text.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Here the red represents all steep slopes greater than 25%, and then the blue represents 15 to 25.
Because when it gets scanned in.
That'll be the same color shaded.
Okay.
So the blue is prohibited.
No,
The red.
The red is
Red is. And you can see where the house is here. We're up here in this white area, which is the not prohibited.
Note 2, remove note number 6 and note 10 from the general notes on sheet 1 and renumber the rest.
They've been removed.
Add an easement for the alternate septic area along with addition of the note that the area should not be disturbed.
Would be this backup area here. There's an easement described, and then there's a note here, the proposed easement for backup septic sites. This area shall be protected during construction, and no earth activities shall be take place within this area of the easement until such time that a replacement septic area is tested and approved.
Note 4, add the clean out stake detail and demarcation of the elevation when maintenance is required.
There is a clean out here, and then there's also, I'm sorry, it's right here, it says in the note here, install sediment clean out stake within bottom of infiltration facility. Clean out elevation marker shall be marked at 4 inches above the bottom of the facility.
Is that stake located at the bottom? Because it looked like it was on top of the berm on the picture, so I think it needs to be moved right a little bit. So.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then did you have a detail? I didn't see a
I
detail.
didn't put a
other
detail
than
on the plan.
note.
I didn't put detail because it could be really any type of stake. It just has to be marked 4 inches up. What that does is if there's other sediment, leaves, and all that stuff getting the bottom, gets up to that point, you got to clean that out.
Okay.
And that's the clean out.
That is the clean out. Yeah.
Okay, moving on to note 5, relocate the spillway to the north for a more natural grade discharge.
We did that, which is right here.
6, add a rock level spreader at the outfall pipe and the detail to the plan.
We added a level spreader at the end of the pipe to reduce the erosion to the existing uphill side. What you have here is you have an 8-inch pipe that comes out of the pond. And that is an emergency discharge. So they asked us to put the level spreader at the end. So I just have a note on here. I don't have a detail on the plan. You want me to it's a piece of stone laid around the outside. You want me to add a detail? Okay.
I would recommend it. Yeah. That can be probably added to the end there.
Yeah, there's plenty of
You know,
room.
stuff. Yep.
And that's adding, detail to the rock level spread.
That's correct.
Provide an operation maintenance agreement, that's the one we just talked about.
Correct.
Okay. Label the drainage easement with access drainage easement.
Right here. Drainage/access easement. Drainage/access easement. Drainage/access.
Does it say access anywhere on the agreement? Just to be consistent? Or no? Or is it implied? I guess.
That's drainage/access easement.
Okay.
Note 9, add the following note to the general notes per the solicitor. The existing lot may be utilized for one single-family residential dwelling along with the existing whitetail lot, as well as customary accessory buildings incidental to the two primary buildings. Any future development will require an approved land development plan.
I don't think that note's in there.
Yeah, I couldn't find it either. So
No, I need to add that note on there.
Remember I sent that to you?
You did. You did. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. That's a condition.
Okay, that was the last of the conditions.
I did have a planning commission member get in touch with me, and maybe Sean or someone here could explain more. But they said something about it's missing bearings and distances.
On what?
I'm not sure. Would it be on the, maybe on the, area that's not to be disturbed for septic? I wasn't quite sure on that.
it hasn't called out on the plan itself.
They're
It's
on
like,
there. Various distances are on there right here. It's tied to one of the property corners. So you'd have to find out what daisy, and I'll gladly look at it. I don't know which.
No. We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
It said-
I mean, I see the
because
various.
all the rest of them for the easement are over here on the table.
So
Looks
maybe
like
we're not missing, maybe he.
Maybe you just didn't see something, maybe. Yeah, if you want to find out what it is, then we can look at it.
The waivers. Requesting relief from requirements as described in Rye Township Subdivision Land Development Ordinance, Section 320-21 preliminary plan submission. Due to the fact that the plan is proposing to add a single-family dwelling to an existing lot, we ask for relief to submit the plan as a final plan. Okay.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Second one, section 220-24, property scale, to aid in creating a clear and legible plan for review, we ask for relief of the specified property scale. Comment? Yeah. No? Okay. Yeah, okay. Just need a motion to approve the plan?
First off is waivers, and did you have any other comments from looking at the plan?
No.
No? Okay.
You've got comments?
Yeah, I have a handful of small ones. Can we add a note about, I see you had the maintenance agreement, it's called out way down here. Could we add that as a general note, just a copy of it? Top
The
there in the
existing
generals?
maintenance agreement?
Yeah.
Just basically say there's an existing maintenance agreement
Yep.
recorded in da-da-da-da-da?
Yeah, almost like take that same note and put it up there.
Sure.
I guess this is a question for the township. Was the stormwater management design approved already? Was it reviewed and approved?
Yeah, we got
Okay.
an approval letter.
Good.
There were no comments, I couldn't say an approval letter, but there were
Yeah,
no
he didn't have
comments.
any comments.
Okay.
They reviewed it.
All right. I already got the photocopyable. Just a reminder, since it's residential and it's a residence, to pave the driveway. So it doesn't need to be on the plan. Just in case the Hammakers are here to remind them. Talk
Well,
about
it's
the
not
pave.
my thing.
Oh, okay. So it'll have to be paved. And we took care of the road photo.
Why would that be? Would one way have to be paved or?
Yeah. It was just a reminder in case they were in the
So
crowd.
why
Yeah.
would that have to be paid? Because it's residence?
It's a residential, it's in the residential zoning, and it's a residence.
Right, in that zoning district?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're in agriculture or conservation forest, you just have to do the right of way line. So, plus it's not over 10 or 14% or whatever. Yeah. And then the last two, which are minor, but I see the detail for North American Green, the slope, but I didn't see any called out on the plan. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something. Not
You're
that.
talking about the matting?
Yep.
Yeah, I think there's usually notes that says anything more than 3 to 1 slopes have to have a
Okay.
matting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we would have that.
Yeah, because I only saw the seating stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just didn't know about the wash rack, but they have the rock construction entrance. I didn't see a wash rack called out that it was needed. So I guess that's probably a note somewhere.
This
all
this
these,
wash rack should be detail 3-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a standard thing that now they're requiring now because
They're requiring it all over the place.
they are.
Okay.
Everything in the Chesapeake watershed has to have it.
Okay.
And as well as silt socks.
Okay. All right. We have to approve the waivers first.
The other condition would be payment of all fees, but I don't even have all the invoices yet.
We've got time.
You have time because that module is gonna take, and that would be another condition.
Okay. Motion to approve the waivers?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I'll second. John Stahl?
Yeah, Mayor.
Approve the waivers? For the Hammaker plan?
Yeah, I heard most of them. I'm satisfied with them.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
To approve the
We
plan.
want to go over the conditions, so make sure we have them all. The first one I have is that you have to move the stake for the clean out,
Keep to the bottom of the pond. Yeah.
to bottom of the pond. Okay. Add detail to the rock level spreader.
Correct.
Sign, of course, and get the ownership. I'm gonna check on the bearing and distances if
Yeah, please
wherever
do.
they felt they were lacking.
Let me know.
And the other one was add a note about the existing maintenance agreement
And the note that you would emailed me.
and the note that I emailed.
Okay. Yep.
And then just add in the road maintenance note. Yeah.
Yes, you just said.
Yeah,
That was the other one. Okay.
You know, per, what the planning commission had. And then the fees, all payment of all fees, and approval of the sewage module from DEP. Is that it?
That's all I see. Yep, that's all I see.
Okay.
Okay.
Need a motion with those conditions?
I'll make a motion with those conditions.
And I can second. I'll second.
Second. John Stahl, in favor?
Yes.
Brother? Okay. Hey, thank you, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
I'll send that note to you again, just because I got that, you know? Okay.
Thanks, Dave and Susie, for your patience. I don't know, you're still on the line? Okay. Hey. Moving on to municipal reports, zoning code enforcement. December 11th through January 19th. This is from Brian Gilbert. We update the Daisy, answer questions, send zoning to info to Derek Mullen about 2330 Valley Road, Mountain Road time extension requested. 30 Brubeck Circle, review response letter, working on zoning permits. Visited site to determine if work on moving shed had begun. I don't know what location that is. He doesn't have it indicated.
Rattling Rock.
Okay. Oh yeah, work scheduled to begin no later than January 18th. So. Okay. 30 Brubeck Circle again, reviewed zoning ordinance. 10 Austell Drive, trash violation. 2505 Valley Road, sent letter regarding potential denial of permit due to unpaid fees. And the last one, 2571 Valley Road, reviewed permit application and investigated some. I don't care if anyone would like to take a look. Sewage enforcement. Wow, this was brief. One.
It's a little cold to go digging in the dirt, right?
Okay.
It's a little cold to go digging in the dirt right now.
December 10th, right? Brubeck Circle, $125.
That was a necessity, so it had to be repaired.
Everything detailed, if anyone wants to see that.
And how much was due?
Oh, sorry, 125. Road report. John Stahl? Yeah, can you give us the road report, please?
I'm sorry, I can't understand, Jim. Try again.
You have the road report available, John?
There is a road report in the file here somewhere that I made. I can't find it.
You have it, Daisy? Do you have a copy?
I gave it to you also. Here's the copy.
Thank you very much. Okay. The road crew completed the following jobs through January 21st. Cinder the roads, chip brush, clean drains on Cold Springs Road and Leewood. And in Leewood. Mix salt and cinders, clean up and pressure wash the trucks following the storms, cut up down tree on Tower Road, clean ditches and drain pipes on Idle and Miller's Gap Roads. Work on number 10 tractor mower. Took backhoe tires to Dice's for new tires, repair air tailgate latch on the 1996 dump truck, and coordinate with 5 Star on repair of the 2018 dump truck number 1. That was the one with the emissions sensor
Yeah.
failed or something.
Yeah,
Starting power.
yeah.
That's it for road report.
Thanks, Jim.
No rec board report because they canceled their meeting. There you
Okay,
found
yep,
it.
sorry about that. Okay, sorry, you said rec board is,
They canceled
No
their meeting
report.
for January, so there's no report.
okay, emergency management report,
No.
financial treasurer's report.
Okay, the general fund began with a balance December 1st of $261,757.71. Had receipts of $21,501.97. Expenditures of $116,912.80. With a little bit of interest, had a balance January 1st of $166,367.94. Savings account, began with a balance December 1st of $25,126.02, had interest of $1.01. And that $25,000 that was in there, $23,119.65 was road equipment monies that were transferred with a certificate of deposit. It was combined with another certificate when it came due, and this was in the savings, so I put them together in the same certificate, leaving us a balance January 1st in the general savings account of $2,007.38. Liquid fuels had no interest activity and had a balance January 1st of $508.69. Liquid fuel savings account had only interest activity and had a balance January 1st of $2,655.68. And the auditors, I just want to let everybody know, the auditors are coming in next week on Thursday and Friday and maybe Monday. We always schedule 3 days just in case of weather or if it just takes a little bit longer if they happen to get here late or whatever. So they will be in the end of the first week of February, and then I will continue to work with them online, sending stuff back and forth. I did just have an audit on Tuesday, January 19th for liquid fuels. There were no findings. Everything was fine, and that report will be coming from the Auditor General when he gets all the final figures in and everything. But been keeping me really busy this year, especially with the payroll that was December 31st. So it really pushed everything even more. Usually I'm done with my payroll, my month taxes, but I couldn't even get them done until after that final payroll. So I'm working on 1099s now, and I do have my W-2s are all done. So we're getting there. It's just getting started in a new year, and it really has been busy. That's all I have.
On to resolution 2106, transfer road project money.
Okay, let me find that. This is road project monies that were put aside because there was a surplus in our general fund. So they put them aside for additional projects that may cost more than what you have for the first, for a year. Like when we did Pine Hill Road, they saved for that for several years because that was over $200,000 to pay that all in 1 year. So the amount that it is now is $53,515.65 approximately. It might be off by a few cents when I get interim interest in there. But it has matured. It was in a CD at Bank of Landsberg at 1.45%, and now I'm proposing to put it into an 18-month CD at 0.35%. I chose 18 months over a year because I could get another 0.5% or a 0.05% interest, which, believe it or not, does add up a little bit. So they can still use it next year if they so decide, because I can pull it in. It will come in August. And normally our bills for paving, they usually pay June, July, August, whenever they fit us in. So those bills come due then usually September. So if this comes due, if they choose to use it and put it into their budget, this is in our capital reserve. So this is just for general road projects, and they can pull that in if they so decide at our budget meeting this coming fall. So that's what this is doing. It does not renew automatically. It was a special CD that they had that we took advantage of. So I'm just transferring in at the same bank. And it's been kind of nice because of COVID. They actually have set aside some of their policies, so I can do some of it just by calling. And because the signatures are the same, they know us there, and they will allow me to do that over the phone. I'm really just amending a CD. I'm taking it from one of their previous CD specials and putting it in one of their other CDs. That's how I handled them before. So that actually helps, so they don't have to run up there and take my time and my gas to do so. So that's what I'm proposing. I know that's a long explanation, but
What was the amount again?
right, it will be $53,515.65.
Thank you.
And that's one of two that we have. I think there's another one that's around $53,000.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2106. Second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Jim. John Stahl, you in favor?
Yep, in favor.
All right,
Yes.
thank you. All right, moving on to item D, resolution 2107, the Elain Pierson CD transfer.
Yeah, these are restricted funds. Quite a few years ago, there was a woman that was on a rec board, and you probably read it or heard about it, but she was murdered and found up in Landscap Road. Her family put together a fund for her, for us to do something with our park along the hike and bike trail or something along that. That has never materialized. And they haven't found any project that they want to do there at this point. So we're keeping these funds. They're totally separate. They have to be used for something for the park. And people actually made donations to it for a while. Right now, I haven't been getting any donations, just interest. The amount right now is $11,464. It wouldn't do a whole lot for a hike and bike trail, but it would certainly do something, or at least be a helpful down payment for something. So I'm taking. I forget where her family is now. I don't think they're right around here, but they're not like, in Hawaii or anything. But I'm not sure where they're at now. It would be difficult to track them down. I did have their for a while, but anyway, I'm proposing it was in a 9-month CD at 0.65%. I'm putting it in for 2 years at 24% at
24%.
24 months. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
24% be fantastic. I've
Sold.
never seen that. 24 months, I'm sorry. 0.45%. I don't know of anything this year that's proposed, and so I thought, well, 2 years would be okay. And that actually came due in December, so I had to take care of that. So this is memorializing the transaction that was already done.
Do you have a comment, sir? Okay. I will make a motion to approve resolution 2107. Have a second.
I'll second.
Oh,
Then I'll aye.
okay. We'll make it John Stahl.
All right.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I'll move on to resolution 2108, tax collector fee schedule.
Okay, I have 3 separate fee schedules because I wasn't sure what was going to be decided upon. I know Becky asked for 25. Okay, I have a 15, I have a 25, and I have a 20. So it's up to the board. I just wanted to be prepared. We did check around with the local tax collectors in Perry County, and the average was $15. There was one that I think that was charging 25,
Yeah.
but most of them are 20 or 50.
And
Some I couldn't tell you off the top of my head because I don't do them. So
She said John didn't know much about
Mhm.
them.
yeah, I'm okay with the 25 because I don't think it's many
Yeah,
occurrences.
it doesn't affect the normal taxpayer, and it doesn't take anything away from the township either. So either way,
Approved. John Stoll?
I think it's a little high, but I'm not voting, so I guess he does.
Well, should John Scholes abstain? Dan.
well, I'm waiting for him, but
He abstains, then you're going to have a tie vote.
No, John didn't tell. John Stoll
Well,
didn't tell us.
Well, he said he thought it was high, but I'm.
Okay, John, if it comes down to,
What is it
yourself.
it's certification.
I'm not voting.
So when
Does he know what it is?
I don't know.
Find out first if John knows what this resolution is. This is not being a payment for collecting the tax.
No.
It is when a property owner wants to sell the property or refinance. The title insurance company asks for a certification from the tax collector that the taxes are paid.
Yep, and she has to go back
Gets
in.
made by the property owner to the tax collector just for the purpose of certifying it's been paid or what's due. It doesn't have anything to do with collection of the tax.
I gave
And-
John a copy of it.
And it hasn't been changed since 1998.
Okay.
So
It hasn't what since 1998?
it has not been changed. The fee has not been changed since 1998.
John, you got a copy of 2108?
Yeah, I have it here.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the one we're talking about, John.
Right.
I think it's an infrequent fee and
Mhm.
it's $25, $20. I don't think he's gonna make or break anybody, and Becky's doing the work, so that's why I support it. So,
It's not for this year, though. It's for
right,
next year.
whoever's the tax collector, I mean, I don't think it's a 2-minute task, I think sometime, I'm okay with the 25, so,
Well, I stated my position, so.
yeah, but it's come down to you, because John Schulz is abstaining.
Well,
Oh.
I don't really think he has to, because this is going to be is for the tax collector, not just his wife. His wife happens to be the tax collector, but it's going to impact whomever the tax collector is. In the
It's not
future,
effective till 2022.
right?
I'm not voting until if you guys have a dispute.
Okay.
I don't want to put my vote in, but if there is,
It
then
sounds like there's a dispute, so you're saying we're okay with having John Schulz tiebreaker? I'm
Yes.
fine with it.
well, since that is what she asked, and it hasn't had an update, and knowing she did ask around to multiple tax collectors, I mean, I hate to say the more, but I know what work goes into it, so that's why I'm saying with you the 25. So
And that's why I support it.
yeah.
Okay, before you move on,
Yeah, Brian?
I know that these are supposed to be signed by all three of us.
Yep.
And I'm more than willing to do that, of course. My problem is that I don't get out of the house
Yeah,
here
right here.
legally until Thursday. Is that going to bend anybody out of shape if I wait till then to sign it?
Well, are you opposing or are you?
No,
Oh, okay.
you just won't be able to sign it until Thursday.
Well then is John abstaining? I'm getting
No.
confused.
He voted. He just said he can't
He
sign.
still has to sign it, even if he votes against it, he still has to sign it, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's.
But they still sign if they oppose it?
I would think.
Yeah, I think it's signifying that that's what the that it was approved. It's set up that way, and that's fine. Yeah. But that's fine. It's not effective
They
till
never-
2022,
they
so
never signed
coming in
it
Thursday's
when they
fine.
got it.
Yeah, no hurry, John.
Okay, that's different.
Okay, there you go.
That's why I was trying to get it clear for my motion. I didn't know.
Okay. Ready to move on, Stacy? Anyone
Okay,
jump
so
ahead, please?
am I putting John Stahl seconding the motion?
If I'm the tiebreaker, I guess. I don't know how you put that.
Well, he said he's okay now, that's why I'm confused.
No, he said he will sign.
Yes, but
He's
So
respecting the
he's
majority
still
vote.
opposing?
He's voting no, but he will
Okay,
sign,
all right.
recognizing that that's the vote was 2-1. Yeah.
Okay, so he's opposed.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
moving on to new business. Authorize the request for proposal for spring cleanup.
Yeah, so last time I didn't update my organization meeting agenda. I know I looked at it, but May 1st is actually a Saturday. So May 1st and 2nd is Saturday and Sunday. So we do not want cleanup on Saturday and Sunday. So it's May 7th and 8th. And I will clarify that on the website and also in the newsletter. But I wanted to bring it out tonight. When we talk about authorizing an RFP, it is May 7th and May 8th. Oh, wait, you didn't authorize an RFP, that I can advertise for that?
Second. I'll second.
John Stahl, you good with that?
He never does.
Second.
All right.
Oh, he's second?
I think he thirded.
Okay.
In favor.
Yep.
Or aye, whichever one you want.
All right, that'll work.
We'll cheer for you.
Okay, now we're
Okay,
gonna-
I'm ready.
Sorry. Auditor set wages for elected officials working as employees at $12.50 an hour. Need a motion for that one?
No, that's already
Just-
set.
Just
I
notice.
Just stated,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Accept the 2021 tax certification. Real estate $169,802.73, and the personal $9,200.
And that's the amount the township is, well, I guess the tax collector is collecting for the township at face value, correct?
That is
That amount?
face value, yes. We never, I would love to say we collect on that, but we have never, ever, and nobody ever will, because you have a 2% discount. You also have we always figure 4 to 5% people are delinquent, although this year's been better than usual as far as delinquencies. We think, Becky thought maybe the stimulus payment helped people pay their taxes. I don't know. But, anyway,
And the
this
per
is
capita.
the face amount of what, the taxes are with no discount and everybody paying the way they should. But obviously I pay discount, I'm sure you pay discount, and so, then there's also some people that pay penalties. So you never know exactly, but she has to certify, because we have to have a base where we start at to take, to go from there. And then I reconcile with the tax collector every year. I think we have to have it done by January 15th. So every year before the 15th, we reconcile together with what she brings in, and then who's deleted, removed, additions, those kind of things. And then our elected auditors will also conduct an audit of the tax collector. I think that's usually the first or second week in February, whenever they can schedule that. It just brings you up on what that is, but if you want to accept that with the motion.
Sure.
All in favor? Aye. All right, thank you. What happened to D?
Oh, I missed D. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
We're not missing anything though, right?
No, you're
Just
not
it's
missing
just out of order.
anything.
Okay, status of the employee agreement, as we spoke at the beginning. We still need to get back together as a board of supervisors along with the employees to discuss that further before we're ready to make a position on that. Request for donation for Marysville pool. You didn't ask me about that. I don't know. Are you familiar with
You
that?
said you weren't
I
ready. You have to
saw
think
the
about
meeting.
it.
I saw the email.
Yeah.
I sent the email
Can you give
around.
us the detail on that again?
Zachary Bordner is the manager in there, and he came out for me to do some notary work for him, and he asked if I would ask the board if they would want to give something towards the Marysville pool. If they did give something towards it, they felt that they could give some type of discount to the people that, I guess there's an annual season pass or something, so they would get some type of a discount. And I asked him, how many, and he said right now there's 42 people from last year. I don't know if last year's a good gauge or not, but it was 42 people from Rye Township that would be benefiting from that discount. And he said they were looking at between $500 and $1,000. And I did say, well, I have to say that's not in our budget, so I'm going to have to ask the board.
Still not in our budget.
Right, it's not in our budget. So I don't know. It's up to you guys if you want to decide on that.
Thoughts on that? I'll say mine after.
Well, it's not in our budget. At least it's an increased service that everyone in the township can get to use a discounted amount for the pool, at least. But my thing is what is that amount for that service? So, if it's 500 or 1,000, or is it more? We don't have him here to tell us what it is, but
Yeah, I think
it's at least a thought. That's why I'm contemplating it,
like
because it's
$125. Does anybody here have a?
It's $125 if you are a borough resident, and then say if you participate, like right now it's not available to Rye residents. It's only available to the borough resident.
Membership's not available at all, or the 125 rate is not available.
Like, it's available. Membership is available to everyone, Rye or town.
Mhm.
But if you're a like borough resident, you get a reduced rate.
they pay
But
taxes
then
into it.
If we give a donation, the reduced rate would be for Rye Township as well. Correct? Is that what you
Yes, that's what he's saying.
My
He
biggest
wasn't
thing is
sure
just knowing what
exactly
that
how
is.
much he thought, around 50% discount. I mean, that sounded
And I
like
called last year to ask if Rye was eligible, and they said no.
that's what he told me. You don't think 50%? Because I'm thinking, geez, I mean, well, there's 42.
Well, I just want the numbers just to make sure. What it is,
42
is it worth it?
families.
Does that mean that it costs the Rye Township?
It would be like say a traditional daily pass is like $7. You pay the regular
So if they
price.
got a,
But if you live in town, you could get a different price, or
so if they got a yearly pass, like $125.
it'd be like 100. Like if there's just just guessing. I can't, don't believe me, but
Nobody knows the numbers.
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Here somebody has it.
Okay, thanks, Cammy.
A family of two, you're looking at $180 non-resident.
Okay.
And what's a resident?
Well, that was in the borough.
Two is 140, and an individual is 180.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Cammy. John Stahl,
Yes.
any comments on the pool donation?
No.
Okay. Personal thought is it's as much as I'd like to support neighborliness and that kind of thing, it's subsidizing. I mean, it's Rye Township residents subsidizing, subsidizing everybody, because how many people are going to use the pool? Majority of people
I
won't.
think it's going
So,
to depend on the COVID situation.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'll let you be the miser first, and
Oh,
then
yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay, I'll be the cretin. And, again, to me, it's subsidizing, and I wouldn't be in favor of it. If somebody wants to second that position, that's my position.
it sounds good to me.
John, what's your?
I'd need to know how much we'd be needing to donate, 500 or 1,000 or whatever it is. So that
He said
For my
500
view.
to 1,000 was his email.
500, what's your,
I'd at least be a little better off because people would be saving, each house would be saving $40 for two people. You know, the 500 that we'd be spending in tax money to subsidize it for 42 residences that we have in it would easily cover the amount that those residents or any other ones would be spending. So, I mean, I look at it as until I know the exact number or what we got, I'm not going to make a decision yet. But
okay.
I'm at least favorable to it, but not shooting it down. But at least I'd
42
I'd entertain it.
residents pay $1,680 more than Marysville residents pay. Right?
Right now.
If Marysville pays 100 and we pay 140, for 42 residents, that's $1,680.
Did he say that if you make a contribution of $500 to $1,000, that Rye Township residents will pay the same rates as Marysville?
No, he did not say that.
I didn't think so. That's why I'm like, I'm favorable to it. A
Discount.
discount of some kind.
Right.
That's why I'd
It
need to
might
see
have
the
been
numbers.
$20. I don't know.
Unspecified.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm favorable to it, but until I see what it is, I don't want to make a decision.
We're saying we're a no vote unless they get more details.
Okay.
No needing. I need more details. Yeah.
John, Stahl, sound good to you?
$100.
Well, I could be enticed if it makes sense.
I just need to know more definitives before I approve it. That's all.
No, it's,
No, at this time.
okay.
Announcements. Trash is delayed 1 hour tomorrow due to the impending snow. Impending W.
Yeah, I don't know where it went. No, what happened to SNO?
Yeah.
It's weather.
It's weather.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Office is closed President's Day, which is February 15th. Spring cleanup is Friday, May 7th and Saturday, May 8th. Okay.
We won't put time on there yet.
I'm sorry, John, what was that?
Want to put time on there yet?
That'll probably wait until the newsletter goes out. But standard time, I would figure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of the
so-
same as always. Friday is
Heads up.
6 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. on Fridays.
Okay.
And Saturday is 8 a.m. to 12 noon.
Maybe.
Although people come at 7:30, so.
Yeah. We'll have it in the newsletter, John.
It's right to me.
All right. Moving on to approval of payment of the bills.
General fund checks 16893, 16904 in the amount of $7,888.55. There were no expense checks voided. Payroll check 7842 to 7848 in the amount of $4,283.89. Payroll check 7849 to 7853 in the amount of $4,081.16. And there were no payroll checks voided during processing.
Do I have a motion for approval of the payment of the bills?
I just want to ask a question because I don't want people to get a wrong idea. The check for Rebecca Scholes is for the stamps, correct? For all the
Right.
taxes going out.
Right,
Okay.
for mailing.
Just want to make sure.
Stamp.
Or half of the Austin County.
Right,
Cost,
right,
yeah.
half of one, but it's for our part.
Yep.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Yep. I'll make a motion. Yep.
All in favor? John? All right. Thank you, Daisy.
Okay.
Okay. Now we go on to citizen participation. Frank, since you've been, thanks. Thanks, Eric. Take care. You've been patient. Thanks, Frank.
I can hear October meeting and with maintain Tower Road.
Yeah, just to put Dan on the same page, Dan, this was, I think we had talked about this, the maintenance on power. Okay.
And I think when we have that meeting, I think an answer from the supervisor about maintaining Tower Road.
To do any further maintenance on power road. Yeah, I think that money went into Tower Road. I mean, Tower Road would be a different animal.
Relatively new maintenance for all of us. Up until the past 4 years. That is what it says in the last minutes. About 4 years ago, whoever's in charge of the road and nothing's been done. They come up there. Tower Road is great. I have a vehicle out here. I've had it for 4 years. First 2 years I had it, I took it up there. I won't take it up there ever again. That just gives you an idea of how bad Tower Road has gotten over the past 2 years. And I would actually, I'll get into that then, but anyway, these are collecting liquid fuel tax money. And the one thing I do know about the liquid fuel tax is the road must be able to be traveled safely. The road must be able to be traveled on safely at 25 miles or 15 miles an hour. You can't do that on Tower Road. I don't care what you drive. You can't do a 5 mile an hour. I don't understand. I just heard the road report in December. They cleaned Vital Bottom and North Scott Road drain culverts. That's something that has not happened at all on Tower Road since all came. That's the problem up there, in my opinion, is they quit doing maintenance. All they have to do is go up there and fill in the holes when they start getting roaded up, like they did in the past, and keep the drain culverts cleaned out. This isn't being done. And now the road's relatively okay right now, the bottom part, but as soon as everything falls out, it's going to turn back to snot. Tower Road it's in really bad shape. As I said, you're collecting the liquid fuel tax on it. I'd like to give them a scenario. Two attorneys, husband and wife, they have kids, turn 18, graduates, they bought him a brand new BMW. We can't fault our kids nowadays because society has moved in this direction. But the kids want to get on the Darlington Trail. They're over on Cumberland County. Their GPS tells them to go up over Tower Road. They go up over Tower Road, they come down the Marysville side and destroy their car. I've seen 4 cars destroyed on Tower Road this year because of the condition of Tower Road. Those attorneys are going to most likely come back after the township because part of that liquid fuel deal is you got to be able to drive on that road 15 miles an hour. It is a township road, and I can't understand why it's not being taken care of. Miller's Gap Road, I was told I should drive up Miller's Gap Road and Vital Bottom. I did do that. I cannot even believe the difference between those 2 roads compared to Tower Road.
Much more frequent.
Well, you can't use Tower Road. That's why they don't use Tower Road. They did use Tower Road. A lot of people use Tower Road. There's a big population density between Lands Gap and a borough line than what there is between Lands Gap and Carroll Township line. So I'm not understanding why Tower Road isn't taken care of.
Up Tower, and sometime, John, I don't know if you.
Not since about a year ago, before they started logging up there. That's,
I'm actually,
Mhm.
in all honesty, I'd like to say this is supervisor. I feel like this is a personal matter.
Oh, this is not, I don't even know.
But I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the person that's responsible for our roads. I don't even know him, but he definitely seems to have an attitude towards me. Secondly, could I find out when I could have an answer on that, or is that the answer? You just aren't going to do it.
You want to add to it? Or, I've got nothing to. I don't know what we need to do to it. I don't think anything.
Well, if you want to look at it and then make a final decision, I think you need to make a decision whether an official one,
Yeah.
whether you're going to do anything with it or not. So you can let them know.
I haven't been up there for a long time. Oh, I'm sorry, Bob Lightner. I'm sorry, I didn't see you waving your hand there, Bob.
Is there any logging activity going on up there? There will be. There's none now? No, Heisen's finished. Heisen's, they logged theirs for is this what you want it done? I want to get log trucks in? Well, that was the problem at first, but they took money out of our trees and graded Tower Road, the loggers. But they stopped the money. I just can't keep dumping money into something if there's nobody up there. Well, there's nobody up there. And the only people that up there is to do things they should be doing. And for you to benefit by having loggers come in and log. I mean, I think that's what the bottom line is. You want to fix that. So you can sound good. You're misunderstanding this. The loggers already put their grade in the road. But it's okay.
You need to give them an answer, but you don't have to do it tonight.
That's what the road was there.
It's no good.
It's worse.
I'm not being frank.
Just look at
I'll take a drive up there before the next supervisor meeting, as long as we don't get snowed out tomorrow,
Yeah.
and take a look, so I get at least give you an educated answer as far as. At this point, I don't really see us doing anything, but we'll take a look.
It's a township road. I mean, I can't figure out why you
Not the
take
way
a township road.
Once you hit the county line, it's
I
private.
think we have taken care of it for me.
Won't come.
But it's not passable.
All township.
I've driven that road, I've authorized that and had super money I drove that road and it's virtually impassable. I got up there, but it's virtually impassable.
Have you been up this year?
I was up about 4 months ago.
Since the loggers did the road?
Since the water's gone.
Okay, they fixed the road.
Anybody unless you've got 4-wheel drive and.
Because I work with
What the loggers did, that all turned to snot because it needed shell. That's what you used to do. They used to take shell up there and put salt and grade. Mike Miller brought a big grader up there probably 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, we're not the grader anymore.
Well, they do run those things out. I'm sorry, but they do. You know,
But I understand that it goes to a private road now. It doesn't even go.
there is a freeway. It goes through private land, but it is a freeway and no one stopped anybody ever from using it. It's a throughway.
I thought I heard East Pennsboro had abandoned that area up near the top.
I don't know the specifics on exactly what happened up there, but I do know the top of the mountain belongs to the tower company and it is private up there, but there's a road.
Okay, Frank, yeah, we're gonna just keep going. I get your point, so I'll get with the road crew and I'll go up there and see what it's about.
here and then
Quickly, yeah, please.
I'm respectfully requesting that the minutes be changed from October. It states here that Boyer did acknowledge that he and other property owners along Tower Road requested the township not clean out and maintain the roadway many years ago, which was done. That's incorrect. We didn't request anything. Ron Creed asked for a meeting. I was the only one that could attend the meeting. Jonathan Keogh, who owned the neighboring property at the time, told me what his opinion was. I told that to Ron. I told that to him still. But there was 3 things that were said that day. First one was my opinion, and that was if you shut down all the turnarounds, they have nowhere to back in and dump. And Jonathan's was to either make the road so everybody can use it or leave it so no one uses it. And at the end of this, it says, which was done 4 years ago, it's maintenance stopped. Up until 4 years ago, Tower Road was taken care of. Now, I drove my vehicle up, sitting right out there, brand new, right up over the mountain. And like I said, I think it's a personal thing, but for some reason it stopped. It is so simple that all that would have to happen is they go up there, make Tower Road right, and it's going to take a bit of doing because it was left alone for 4 years. Kids found the mud and went up there and tore it up. But if they made Tower Road right and then set up the drains the right way and maintain the drain culverts, there would never be these problems. The road would be fine. It's all washout because the drain culverts filled up and nobody cleaned them
Okay.
out.
Well, to your point about the minutes, I don't know that we can don't go back to minutes.
Well, this is a 100% incorrect statement. That's not at all what happened or what I said. It portrays it out that me and the other property owners up there, it's because of what we said that Tower Road is the condition it's in.
I remember that paragraph was amended by the board. That paragraph that I wrote was amended by the board, and that's what was put in there. So I don't know. It's up to the board to approve the minutes.
I approved already, so I don't.
Well, you can't approve a law. I'm sorry.
Well,
No disrespect intended, but this is not what was said here. It's not what happened.
Getting with the road crew and getting up there for the next supervisor meeting. I'll give you an answer on that. The minutes.
You're not going to change your minutes? Like,
I'm sorry, what's the public part?
and
So
it's
this is
not true.
Cumberland County here.
I just read it today. I didn't
Right,
even
it is
know
at
there
the
was
top
minutes
and then
before
public.
today.
Let's see where. This is private down in the town right here. So it doesn't connect to a public road. I don't know how Cumberland County. It was.
Well, you can look at that too, but I remember some discussion about that.
There was discussion about that.
And I don't know that it was Mr. Boyer that said it.
What was put in.
I
I'm not
can't
sure.
recall.
I don't think Mr. Boyer said that the residents didn't want it, but I think that was somebody from the township may have said that. I don't recall, but you can look at that. But I don't think it wasn't you
I'm
said it.
requesting that
Did I see
this
Mrs.
gets made
Boyer?
right.
I don't know.
I don't have them in front of
Do we
me.
just, next month's minutes, the next
We'll look at
month,
them.
we
Yeah.
make an,
See what they say.
go back to the old minutes.
Thank you very much for listening to me. I'm sorry if I got a little upset, but
That's okay, Frank.
the whole thing is very disturbing to me. I can't figure out what happened 4 years ago and stuff. Personally, I go up there a lot, and my vehicle's 4 years old and now needs replaced because of the condition of the road.
Okay,
Bull, that's bull.
okay.
Your truck is worn out because you go up there?
Resident, yeah, I got a resident.
Okay, that's
That's all I have to say.
Yep, thank you. Any other citizen participation?
Yes, thank you.
I'm sorry, I heard somebody on the phone?
Yeah, this is Dana.
Oh, yeah, hey, Dan.
Two questions. First question is, thank you, well, first let me preface it by saying thank you for having, a call-in option for the meeting. I really appreciate it. I know it's some extra work, but it is appreciated. I wanted to know if it would be possible for future meetings to have the supporting documents available online. I know the agenda's up, but like the zoning, report or, the draft meeting
I don't.
minutes, if they could be available, that would be wonderful.
Okay, we'll
And then,
look into that.
and the other thing was, I just wanted to ask, I heard, a mention of the newsletter. I don't know.
Dana, just to be clear, that was a commitment to do that. I'm just saying, we'll look into that, so, just to be clear.
I wasn't happy with that. My other question was, I'm not sure if the newsletter is drafted yet, but if you guys could include, a blurb about not burning garbage, that would be wonderful. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you.
Sure.
Hey, this is Luke.
Yeah, hey, Luke.
I just have a quick question, just so I know that, those percentage percentages you were talking about with expense to revenue
Yeah,
way back at the beginning of the meeting. I'm just not 100% sure what those are referencing.
yeah, and I wouldn't put any of that in print just yet because it's not. We're still hashing those out, so it's preliminary. We're trying to get to a clearer picture.
Okay, but like just for reference, so I know your adjustments were down to 60. Is that percentage? Is that like total projected expenses to projected revenue, or is that a certain subset of revenue, or a certain subset of expenses, or?
You're first, but again, the numbers are still not well defined, so I'd be hesitant to put any of that. Okay, hey, thanks, Luke. Anyone else? All right, thank you. Here, yeah, John.
Yeah, make it Thursday or Friday. I'd like to go along up there to Lamscare.
Oh man, you can drive. All right. Yeah, I don't want to take my car up there. No, we'll take a truck up there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, the guys will go. They were actually up there today.
Okay.
And they did clean drains, so I'm not arguing.
Yeah, I just haven't been up there, so.
Yeah.
Okay, hearing no other citizen participation, the meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everyone.